This channel has featured all of these wealthy celebrity pastors and have found that they all have a couple things in common. One thing that they all have in common is that these guys are all ministers of the Catholic Alexandrian system, which can be traced back to the 1st century from Alexandria, Egypt. Another thing that all these wealthy celebrity pastors have in common is that they all have rejected completely the King James Bible. It is no coincidence, it is no accident that these guys have eliminated the King James Bible out of their lives and out of their ministries and set themselves up as the authority. They have removed the incorruptible Word of God, which liveth and abideth forever, and have given themselves over to the over 80 different Vatican-approved Alexandrian Bible perversions and set themselves up as the authority in their ministry. We'll be looking at Jacob Prasch today. And as you can see, I already put him on the list. I already have proven that he is a NASB man, a New American Standard Bible guy. But let's take a look closer at Jacob Prasch's ministry online, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, Jacob Prasch, Moriel Ministries. Okay, the first thing, the first glance, the first impression here is the lack of a gospel presentation. No Bible verses quoted, no Bibles offered to give away or to sell, nothing. In fact, I looked high and low, near and far in his entire ministry here, and I could not find a single Bible verse quoted, a Bible offered, not even his NASB perversion, not even offered. How about one free with a donation? How about that? Isn't that what this is all about? A ministry such as this is to present the gospel to lost people? It's not here. His entire online ministry here is completely void of any sort of gospel presentation in any form. It points people to Jacob and this and that. But there's one thing here that is really, really prominent. Of course, it's the donate button. And this is probably the biggest donate button I've seen yet. It's got to be a 6-incher. But what's really important is that there is no gospel presentation here. Why not quote Romans 10:9? How about at least John 3:16 here? When lost people tune into this website, they're getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't expect this guy to quote King James Bible verses, but he doesn't even quote NASB perversion verses. Nothing at all. I looked in his bookstore. He has where is it? A web store featuring all kinds of DVDs, CDs, and books by Jacob Prasch, but not one Bible offered. Nothing. Not even a stinky paperback. Completely void of the gospel, of the truth. It's all about that. But let's look just a little deeper. Let's look at what we believe. Let's click on that. Okay, this is sort of a statement of faith, what we believe. Okay, let's just scroll down here. He has a list of what we believe. He has all these different points here. Okay, this could be so simple. It could just say, we believe in the Word of God, and then end it. It could be that simple, but he is, we believe, just on and on, we believe, we hold. But there's one thing he doesn't believe. He doesn't believe in the Word of God. We believe, the first point here, we believe in the doctrinal infallibility of the original manuscripts of the Old and New Testaments in the original languages and in the historicity of these scriptures. So, can you see what he did here? We believe in the infallibility of the original manuscripts in the original languages. He knows, Jacob knows very well, as we all do, that the original manuscripts in the original languages do not exist. They're dust. So what he has done is tell everybody that the Word of God, the infallible Word of God, does not exist, and he has set himself up as the infallible teacher, the truth bearer. And he has replaced the Word of God, which is the King James Bible, with NASB and himself. That's what he's done here. Unbelievable. This whole ministry is completely void of the truth. It's completely given over to the Alexandrian Catholic system. So anyways, that's and another thing is, I could not even determine what Bible version he used by this entire ministry. I looked everywhere. Nothing to indicate what Bible version he uses. I had to go to a different video and listen to some of his preaching and compare his preaching, the verses he quoted, to different versions. I have many different versions. I had to compare what he preached to all these different versions, and I've found out that he is an NASB man, a New American Standard Bible man. But that's what we're going to do, is what we are commanded to do as Christians, is to test the spirits. Our beloved brother, Apostle John, told us in 1 John 4, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits." We as Christians have to test and try the spirits. And how do we do it? Verse 2, "Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God." In verse 3, it's repeated again, the words we need to hear. "And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God." And this is that spirit of Antichrist. So we can reveal the spirit of Antichrist by applying this test. So let's test Jacob Prasch and his NASB and see what he confesses. Okay, let's just go in line to 1 John 4. 1 John 4, verses 2 and 4. Okay, when Jacob Prasch stands before his audience, his congregation, opens up his NASB, he will be declaring and confessing every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God. Do you notice that? It's different. Jesus Christ has? No, it's supposed to be according to the Word of God. God has given us the words for the test. Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. Fail. Epic fail. The words have been changed here. See how subtle Satan works? He just has to change one word. And in verse 3, and every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. See what they did here? This is supposed to confess Jesus Christ is come in the flesh, but they've eliminated all of it except the word Jesus. Does not confess Jesus. Epic fail, Jacob Prasch. I'm not saying it. God says it. He has given us the precise words we need to hear. Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. It's a different profession. And that spirit of Antichrist has been revealed. And they even got that wrong. This is the spirit of the Antichrist. No. It is, where is it here? That spirit of Antichrist. Spirit of Antichrist and spirit of the Antichrist are very, very different. Do you see how subtle Satan is? All he has to do is replace God's words with different words and mess up the entire test and mess up the identity of the Spirit. Incredible. So what are we to do? Jacob Prasch, I've found, is very eloquent. Just like other NASB users, Jacob Prasch, who else? Paul Washer. Who else here? Charles Stanley. They are NASB men, and they're very, very smooth, very eloquent, and they draw you in with their fair speech. But what they're doing is presenting you another gospel, another spirit, and another Jesus Christ. They've eliminated the incorruptible Word of God, which liveth and abideth forever, and replaced it with corruption. The gospel must be pure because the Word was God and the Word was made flesh. That's Jesus Christ according to the King James Bible. If you corrupt the Word, you corrupt the gospel and bring in that spirit of error. Very deceptive. I can say that. I used to be part of this until my Lord rescued me out of it. And he very well may have to rescue. If you're part of the system, you may not be able to, out of your own strength and faith, rescue yourself out. If you have received that spirit of error, it will be God that will have to rescue you out of this Alexandrian Catholic system and that spirit of error that accompanies it.